In a small village surrounded by silent mountains, where the wind carried the scent of wet earth and the birds' songs marked every sunrise, there lived a young woman named Clara. Since childhood, she had carried in her heart a mixture of dreams and fears. Dreams of a better life, of a happy family, of a future filled with opportunities. But also the constant fear of losing everything she had, of not being strong enough, of failing at the very things she longed for the most. Her heart was divided between the light of hope and the shadow of fear. Clara woke up every morning before the sun rose, lit a small lamp, and helped her mother with the chores at home. Her father worked the fields, and the days were long and exhausting. The village was simple, and life felt far too harsh for someone carrying so much anxiety. She often wondered, will I ever change my story, or will I live forever like this, afraid of tomorrow? One of those mornings, while walking down the dirt road toward the village well, Clara saw an old traveler resting under a tree. His hair was grey, his clothes worn, but his eyes seemed to see beyond the surface of things. He greeted her with a gentle smile and asked why she looked so troubled. Surprised, Clara replied, "I'm afraid of the future, afraid that I won't be able to hold on to my dreams, afraid of losing the people I love, afraid of not being enough." The old man listened silently, then spoke with a calm but firm voice. "My child, fear is a companion to us all, but hope is the strength that keeps us moving forward. Fear paralyzes, but hope sets us free." Clara was intrigued. She had never heard anyone speak of fear that way. The traveler continued, "Let me tell you a story. There were once two men who decided to cross a dense forest to reach a new city. One walked filled with fear, looking in every direction, expecting danger in every shadow. His steps were slow, his body grew tired quickly, and his mind convinced him he would not survive. The other man walked with hope. He knew there would be danger, but he believed he would find a way through. His eyes saw not only the shadows, but also the light filtering through the trees. He pressed on with courage and, in the end, made it to the other side. Both men faced the same forest, but only one reached the city. The difference lay in what they chose to carry, fear or hope. Those words echoed in Clara's heart. For the first time, she realized fear did not have to be the only guide in her life. That night, lying in her simple bed, she whispered to herself, "I will choose hope." And so began a transformation, slow at first, but profound. The next day, when she helped her mother, instead of complaining about the heavy water jars she carried, she thought, "This will make me stronger." When she saw the dry fields and her father's hard labor, she told herself, "Soon the rain will come, and everything will bloom." Small seeds of hope began to replace the old seeds of fear. Time passed, and Clara began to notice changes not only within herself, but also around her. Her energy inspired others in the village. When someone complained about the drought, she would say, "We have faced this before and we overcame it." When someone mourned the loss of a loved one, she offered comfort. The love they gave still lives in us. Slowly, the atmosphere of the entire village shifted. Fear still existed, but hope was beginning to grow stronger. Yet, as in every story, the real test was yet to come. A harsh winter arrived, bringing food shortages and illness. Many in the village gave in to fear, believing they would not survive. Clara felt her faith waver, but she remembered the old traveler's words. "Fear paralyzes, hope sets us free," she repeated to herself. Then she made a decision. She gathered the villagers and said, "If each of us shares the little we have, no one will go without. If we care for one another, we can survive this winter." Some doubted her, but others were inspired by her courage. Little by little, the village came together. They shared food, cared for the sick, and supported each other. It was a season of hardship, but also of unity. And when spring finally returned, they realized they had not only survived, but had discovered the true power of hope. Clara, once a young girl ruled by fear, became known as the voice of hope in the village. Whenever someone faced difficulties, they sought her words of strength, and she would repeat the lesson she had learned. Life will always have shadows, but hope is the flame that lights the path. When we choose hope, fear loses its power. Years later, as an adult, Clara often remembered the old traveler under the tree. She never saw him again, but his words had changed her life forever. She now understood that fear never disappears completely, but hope can always be stronger. And so Clara's story speaks to all of us. How many times have we allowed fear to paralyze us? How many opportunities have we lost because we focused on the worst instead of believing in the best? Fear may always be present, but it is hope that decides how far we can go. Stop for a moment and reflect. How many times has hope defeated fear in your life? And how many times do you still need to let it win? Remember, the forest may be dark, but there will always be light filtering through the trees. If this story touched your heart, share in the comments how hope has already defeated fear in your own life. Subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories that may change the way you see the world. And don't forget to leave a like so this message can reach others who need to be reminded today that hope is stronger than fear.